Hey guys, this is Currywurst speaking, and today we are back in Pro Cycling Manager 2023. Not with Stensson, but with none other than the classic rider himself. It is Dicky McSpeck time. What? You don't know who Dicky McSpeck is? How dare you? Well, he is the most unsportsmanlike sportsman. He is a cannonball of a rider. He is a fat bastard. And he loves Currywurst, as well as bacon bars. And he is going to try and compete, let's say not win, but compete in the grand tours of this world. Yes, he has a bit of a grudge against other riders, all humans and everyone else. Yes, we are going to start right there in single player, Pro Cyclist. What is this Dicky McSpeck rider? In terms of the Pro Cycling Manager, you ask? Well, we are going to find out. I have a little bit of an idea. My first idea is that this doesn't look like Waldemar Bayer. And maybe you are a long-time follower of this channel and know exactly where Dicky McSpeck was born. Of course, in the smallest country, no, Bundesland there is, county, smallest Bundesland there is, and the place which has the fattest people in Germany. And that is, of course, the Saarland. Also, he is rather small and slightly blueberry shaped, let's say it like that. 1 meter and 58 at 98 kilos. Perfect for a tour rider. So, what is the specialization? Main axis? Stage races? No. Way too easy. That's for noobs. No, what we're going to do is Baroudeur and stage races as secondary. He does have a little bit of flavor in there for the stage races, and we're going to try out the new mechanics in Pro Cycling Manager 2023 and see if we can take him there. Very likely not, but he is a force to be reckoned with. Like his momentum is unmatched. There will be some fat jokes in this one. Anyway, we are not going to excel at mountains to start off with. Probably never. But nothing can stop him in the flat or the downhills for that matter. Dicky has never been talented. He is atrocious, and we're going to play this at the very lowest of potentials. Very good, still too high for him, but we take it. Anyway, that is it. Baroudeur stage races. Let's go. We would be able to join a team that is way too good for him. No, this sounds like there's some food in there. S World. Yeah, it's eating world without the R. I don't think he can read properly. He's a little dumb, you know. So he's joining them thinking that this is going to give him the best Currywurst there is. He's going to be the time trial specialist of this team. Oh my. Alright, there we go. Indeed, it is a great season to be prepared. We're going to accept this, and I'm going to start out with the higher tiredness and higher preparedness. That sounds great. And what I'm going to do now is to advance one day, where we can do our training schedule. And then I'm going to save and exit before I do that training schedule, load the save game into the database editor, and see what our actual potential is. Just to get a rough idea of what we're dealing with, what our goals should be, and how many times we need to raise the bar in terms of increased potential and so on. Just to be a little bit more informed. I think there is a way of seeing this partially, but not accurately. Let's check it out first. Well, we do have some kind of idea with this graph, and I'm not so sure what these lines mean. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just hover over this and see what it means? So, Northern Classic's not the best, but stage races, what does that even mean, right? It's a combination of skills. I would like to know the exact limits of our primary attributes to see how bad it really is. Alright, I checked it out, and it's looking not too bad at all, actually. We have some interesting stats here. So, limit on flat is 84. Mountain just 74, so we're not going to win anything in terms of tours with that, so it definitely needs to be upped. Then we have medium mountain, the new stat, at 77, also pretty decent. Downhill limit at 80, but we are already sitting at a nice 69, so it's not really that much of an improvement going to be had there. Then we do have cobbles is nice but not good, if you see what I mean there again. Like, how often can you make this joke? Time trial is mediocre, limited 79. Prologue 81. Sprint 76, so pretty bad. But, I mean, with that much weight, what do you expect? Acceleration 75, so even worse than sprinting. Endurance 80. He does have some reserves. And resistance 77. Okay, and recovery 76. That's not enough for tours either. And that's the upper limit. We're not going to reach that. Hill, just 75. He likes to punch, but not necessarily up for hills. And attack. Baroudeur. Attack, yes. Punching people. 85. Yes. All right, Dicky. How can we do your training? Oh, and look at that. They did add what I was suggesting. Maybe they had it like really planned anyway. But yes, you can now place manual rest weeks. Isn't that beautiful? And that also means that we can make some really nice schedule here for him. Let me do that. Right? But first, check out a few races. What do we actually do here? All right, let's kick it off a little simple. We start with our 3 fictional races. And then just continue preparation, amp up to around 95 plus, I guess, and then have a little bit of a rest, and then start the actual prep for our first tour, which fortunately is extremely flat. Once we are there, we probably have unlocked a few additional character points or team points, brown nosy points, in order to do some additional races for our calendar. Pick some additional races, and hopefully there are a few good ones on the menu. We are going to see that a little later, I would assume, but first, this looks like a decent starting position. And now we have to do the weekly training as well. That needs to be set up. That's the new mechanic, and well, I guess the first one is likely going to go into we could try to put in a time trial as well, just to have the option of taking that for our first level up. The first level up always, at the very latest, comes on the 1st of February, which is right there where our rest week starts, so a well-earned rest for leveling up and eating too much Currywurst. And now, I think we're going to go for Tour Rider, the Tour spec, this one, and a Stage Racer spec, and always have one of them in there so that we always can either up our potential in it if we reach the level of 75, or skill within it if we reach 25. Alright, let's do this. But wait, Gerab. We need to talk about all the additional ones that previously in my preview of the system weren't available yet. I could only guess what they meant. This indeed is the race-specific preparation, so was correct there. Weightlifting here is physical training, makes sense, and that gives you additional experience. And that is going to give us 5 additional XP for each one of these placed at the turn of the next month. That's a cool mechanic. What more do we have here? Well, pretty simple. This one is actually quite nice. You see the smiley face down here? It is actually a really accurate representation of what Dicky McSpeck looks like. It's about the right shape of his face. Yeah, over the moon, he says. Mental reserves, that's good. This one just ups that. And I would assume that if you are dropping too low in mental reserves, that you actually get race day condition penalties. And then we have contract discussions. Yes, this is basically brown nosing points, the way I described them in my previous video. Also, the guess for this one was correct. This is to speed up healing. Ah, this is nice. For the rest week, you actually do have a slot. But what is in there is limited to either having fun or brown-nosing. I don't know why these are mutually exclusive, but I mean, yeah. So that is good. Dicky needs it. Oh, and by the way, if you are looking for an explanation of this system and just some experimentation of what it does, please check out the video up there in the card and you will get right to it. And I'll probably link it down below or something as well. But anyway, let's continue here. I'm going to set it up, the weekly training, all the way to there, and then we get going. Let's have a look through the weeks and see the development over here in this screen as we go through. So here we have just 5%, then 10, then 15, 20, rest week drops, then 20 again, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then we get into the yellow where we only have 2 slots, so I can only really do training for these 2, and then we get into the slot where we only have 1. It's the orange fitness peak, the 95er. But at that point, I expect to be fitness 100 already. And that certainly was enough prep for one video, wasn't it? So let's get into it. We have 3 races to do. The profile isn't too bad. Start out with a bit of flat. Maybe we can get some work for the team in there. And then we just have a flattish ride to the finish. Should be okay with these stats. Mountain 63. Seen worse. Flat is nice. The secondary stats are absolute garbage, of course, so we shall see how it goes. I'm not going to simulate any races, just race them. Oh, what a small field this is. Alright, finish in the top 30? Alright, no teamwork goals. Ah, -1. That sucks. Finish in the top 30. Are there even 30 riders in here? Yeah, there are, of course, but they're 72, sorry.
He's launching an attack.
Ooh, that's some effort. Almost out of the back. Fatty McSpeck. Please hang in there, McSpeck. Oh, this isn't going to end well, is it? There are riders falling out of the back already. This is a rough race. Everything has calmed down, though. Alright, now, nice riding. And we've almost made it across all the mountains for today. Ah, Dicky. You hero, you. Alright, only 7.5 kilometers left. 50 seconds on these guys up there. It doesn't bode well. Do we actually catch them?
Only 5 kilometers left.
Alright, 5K. It is time for Bacon Bar. There you go. McSpeck's superpower. And now, let's take a look at what the map is looking like. Where are we? There? Okay. So, there are a few corners left. But the final stretch... So, okay. I need to make sure that through this passage, through this area, I'm in good position. So let's really keep towards the front of this. Or try to. It is flat. So with 85 dots, I should be able to be really close to the front. And then get onto the wheel of some of the better sprinters. Not too good though, because otherwise we can't follow. Anyway, let's see what happens. So 85 dot is probably the right choice here. Yeah, this is looking good. We are right at the front here with the others. And through the corners. There we go, 2.6k. I can't see anything. Yeah, are these guys sprinters or something? I don't know. The only thing I know is that there are teammates that seem to be doing some kind of train attempt. There you see that. They are all pulling. And usually the last guy, the fat guy, this one, is the actual sprinter. So let me try this. Oh, can I follow him? He is supposedly following. Yeah? Okay. 1.8k. Let's go. Let's go. Fat bastard chases after big bastard. And we timed it well. So now, where's the... Ooh, still 20 seconds. Yeah, we're not going to catch those. They're still up front. What the hell? I think if Dicky can just follow him somehow... He isn't that slim. Come on, game. Don't be so charitable to him. Yes. Go? You need to actually go, mate. He's not even sprinting. What the hell? Okay. Come on, Dicky, sprint! 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 We took a wheel of someone who didn't want to sprint. That was excellent. And now we are indeed... Ooh, that was perfect timing for the sprint start, though. Not the best wheel, but 13th. Oh well. Could have been worse, right? Yeah, but a top 10 should be possible. Right, finished the first race in Continental, and we did get exceptional valuation there. Wow! 12% and 20 points? I appreciate that, Mr. Team Manager. Our team manager has still not fully grasped the full extent of his team hiring choices, but he shall find out soon enough. Oh, well, this one I'm not sure we can survive. It's just a little bit too hilly and mountainous. These slopes are rather steep. And again a -1. Ah, come on. Ugh. Oh well, and we are supposed to go into a breakaway as well. With a stamina of 57. Yeah, that doesn't help, does it? But first, before we continue our journey, a word from today's video sponsor. The Cyclist Tactics, the most action-packed cycling manager ever made. Can't win? That's because you suck. Here you find no bullshit RNG that you can blame it on. The Cyclist Tactics is now available for less and updated for free. Get the demo and see how bad your tactics really are. Link in description.
The Cyclist Tactics is not legally responsible for any headaches caused by overthinking moves, rider skilling, or resource management. Contact your physician if symptoms persist.
Okay, so there goes the first attack. Are we supposed to...
He's trying to break away.
Someone is protecting us?
Too early for that.
Yo, mate. That's amazing. Can we somehow control you? Like this. Protect. And then we are not going to let you go anymore. This trick still works. Like, look at these hills. There's no way we're going to be able to stick with the front group over these. Until, of course, we have had our level up. There's another group going up the front. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. New attack group going now that it's becoming a little mountainous. So far, Dicky is hanging in there nicely. Oh, peloton split, and I'm on the right side of the split. That's a big split, too. Where are they? Hello. Hello. Over there. Well, how did that happen? Over the top? I think it happened in the downhill. There wasn't a fall. Anyway, now comes the big one. And I think the right strategy here is just to go .85, basically. Oh. There are 13 riders at the front. And these 13 riders don't look like they're going to come back, are they? So here we go, just in grind mode. I think our helper here is going to regret having offered Dicky McSpeck some protection at the start. Once he grabs your hand, you're not going to get it back anytime soon. That's the rule. Anyway, so almost... Oh, this is looking pretty solid. Dicky. Wow. Powerhouse. The blueberry that rolled up the mountain. That wasn't disappointing at all. And I don't even mean that sarcastically. It was pretty solid. The only problem being there's still so many riders up front that we're not going to get any kind of position here. They are trying to attack. I'm just going to dot it and try to be consistent in pacing. That's a pretty interesting aspect of when you compare real-life cycling to the simulation, because the scale is 1 to 10 in here. And that means that small tempo increases in reality are much worse than in here. Because a small increase here, because the rider is like 10 meters long, no more than that, it doesn't really matter that much because you're still in contact. But in reality, you're gone. So we've caught a few more riders actually. This is coming back together, it looks like, but not fully. Not nearly fully. Still 8 riders up front. 5k to go. Let's pop our bacon bar. Oh, that triggered way too early. Ouch. Okay. Right. So, where are we at? Let's see. It's slightly uphill finish. Ugh. Yeah, that doesn't help, does it? So, the winner is already there, and the top 10 is basically given away. But we can try to do a little last-second sprint, if we can get there with 85. There's the kilometer marker. This is going to be a late-ish sprint. Going to follow him. He is going to sprint all out. There, sprint. And then we follow and sprint. So, you go ahead and amp it up. Come on, sprint. And Dicky needs to sprint now. This is way too slow. Go, go, go. Oh, man. Oh, man, you're standing still. Not even top... No, where's Dicky? She isn't listed. Ouch. That's bad for the ego. And we finished! 22nd. Yeah, no points here. What a disappointment. Ooh, this one is very hilly. Also not something for Dicky. And we do have a default -1. Maybe he can surprise us. Dicky, please, could you surprise us? So far, we have seen no surprises. In terms of race day condition, that is. Oh, great. Ah, great. What a preseason. A -1 was rolled, added to the -1 that we already had by default, and we reach the greatness that is Dicky's stats at the moment. At least there's something here that we can do. Work hard at the head of the group for 20k. Yes, please. Alright, finally leading the pack. And I don't care how much energy that takes. Oh, well, I do. I lie. But he should be pretty solid, actually, getting these tasks done. Because he has 70 in flat. And, I mean, if a rider is with 70 in flat, in amateur, is riding his 60, that is pretty high up there. Work objective, 100% done. And now a little cherry on top. Can we get a few more? How much do we have now? Let's keep an eye on this. Let's go for 27 or something. I don't know. There's some kind of threshold where you are getting extra points, and then beyond that threshold you don't get any extra. So let's call it a day here. It looks like we have a bit of an issue here, and that is no water. Dehydration is coming up. Coming up next to a cyclist near you. A fat one even though he should have plenty of reserves. No. This is the last downhill section that we have, though, and the peloton has shrunk a bit. Our water carrier, unfortunately, fell off the back. So let's grab some bottles. Yay, we got them! Now it's soon time for some flat, so Dicky should be able to get back to the front. Well, he's too dumb to pass riders. That is a negative. They are riding so damn hard. I think I need to .85 this. Alright, get into the climb as one of the first riders. Come on, Dicky. You can do it. Does anything in here count as flat? Yeah, small sections. I guess I can just trigger my energy gel now. 5k to go, and we're just falling out of the back at 85. But we will be the only ones who have any red bar left at the end. Now they're empty. Oh, no, they aren't. They're trying again. Come on, Dicky. Hang in there. Oh, now you have your best peak. Medium mountain is 63. So if we go 90, that should be... Oh, yeah, right. If we actually use that, then we should be a little faster. No, don't get in the way. Then we should be a little faster than otherwise. Come on, let me through. I know I'm fat. I don't fit. But come on. There you go. There you go. Give it your all, Dicky. No, that's too much. 90 then. Oh, there's still a little bit to go. Do we have enough yellow for the final kilometer? We're very empty on the red. 700 meters left. I think he needs to ride this at 90. Come on. Go. What? You're stuck. Come on, go through. Get through. Bastards. No. Not outside the top 10. Ah, no. So close. Oh, well, it wasn't supposed to be our first top 10. Even though this one, for some odd reason, was our best try at it so far to get into the top 10. Well, we're going to get the 6 points. Come on, 6 points. All right. Now, let's advance and do our first level up and then conclude today's episode. What will it be for the first level up? And to the 1st of February we go. There we have it. And 50 points, because we grabbed 15 additional points doing the prep work. So now we're leveling, or we're gaining on the month tick right now as many points as someone with grand champion potential. But now, the important bit, our level up. How bad is good? Ooh. Yeah, okay, that isn't great. We do only have... Oh, yes, we only do have 2 specialization tries here. Oh, okay, this one is looking a little better, fortunately. Wow, stamina +4, that's a big one. Unfortunately, we do not have enough percentages to push for the stage racer specialization just yet. I don't know if I could have done that by putting in several instead of like the climber and the stage racer. Just putting the stage racer in there. That might have been possible, but you get severely diminishing returns when you put more than one in. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm quite happy with this one. It's not spectacular apart from the +4 in stamina, which is like crazy good. So flat +2, also quite nice. 72, very solid. Yeah, let's take this. Looking good. And with that, we are wrapping up today's episode, but I would like you to hit that like button and maybe subscribe if you want to follow along the series and yes, in general enjoy it. Liking the videos in general absolutely does help. They are now finally tracking engagement of that sort. Also, leave your comments for what you remember as the highlights from Dicky McSpeck and what your hero is likely going to accomplish this time around. What are your predictions? Anyway, hope you enjoyed and see you guys next time.